The last lap. Luca, lightning, Moretti was the golden boy of track and field. With his chiseled frame, striking smile, and a sprint that seemed to defy the laws of physics, he was Italy's pride and a global icon. Crowds chanted his name in stadiums across the world as he shattered record after record, his feet a blur of speed, his victories an inevitability. But Luca wasn't just an athlete, he was a symbol of hope. Born in a working-class neighborhood in Naples, he had risen to greatness through sheer grit and determination. Kids idolized him. Adults admired him. He was invincible, or so everyone thought. In the summer of 2019, as Luca trained for what would have been his third Olympic Games, he noticed a strange tightness in his chest during practice. It was minor at first, easily ignored, but the sensation grew worse. One morning, as he finished a grueling 400-meter sprint, he collapsed on the track, gasping for air. The team medics rushed him to the hospital, their faces lined with concern. Luca laughed it off between labored breaths, joking, "I guess even lightning needs a recharge." But deep down, he was scared. After a series of tests, the diagnosis came: hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. A rare heart condition. It wasn't just a threat to his career, it was a threat to his life. The doctor's words cut deeper than any loss Luca had ever faced. "You can't compete anymore. One more race could be fatal." The news hit the world like a thunderclap. Headlines mourned the end of a legend. Fans flooded social media with messages of disbelief and heartbreak. Luca went silent, retreating to his family home in Naples, where the cheers of the crowds were replaced by the quiet hum of his childhood neighborhood. For weeks, he avoided the track, unable to face the thing he loved most. His trophies and medals, once symbols of triumph, now felt like ghosts of a life stolen from him. But one day, as he sat on a bench overlooking the Bay of Naples, he noticed a group of kids racing each other in the street. Their laughter was infectious, their joy pure. One boy, lanky and barefoot, reminded Luca of himself at that age, running not for medals but for the sheer love of it. Something shifted in Luca that day. If he couldn't run for himself anymore, he decided he'd run for others. Over the next year, Luca threw himself into mentoring young athletes. He founded a nonprofit organization to support underprivileged kids in sports, providing them with training, gear, and opportunities to chase their dreams. He became a coach, a mentor, and a source of inspiration for a new generation. His presence at the track was magnetic. The kids loved him, not just for his achievements but for his unwavering belief in them. He told them stories of his races, his struggles, his triumphs. And though he never ran competitively again, he found joy in watching others succeed, their victories feeling like his own. In 2021, during the Tokyo Olympics, Luca was invited to the opening ceremony as a guest of honor. Dressed in a sharp suit, he walked onto the track where he had once ruled as a champion. The stadium roared, a standing ovation that lasted minutes. When he reached the center of the field, Luca took the microphone, his voice steady despite the lump in his throat. "I once believed that my life was defined by how fast I could run," he said. "But the truth is, our greatest legacy isn't what we achieve for ourselves, it's what we inspire in others. I may never run another race, but through these kids, through their dreams, I'm still running." The crowd erupted, their cheers carrying his words into the night. Back in Naples, Luca continued his work, finding fulfillment in ways he never thought possible. But he never stopped dreaming of the track. One evening, under the fading light of the setting sun, he returned to the empty stadium where he had once trained. He stood at the starting line, the rubber of the track firm beneath his feet. Slowly, he bent down into position, the way he had done countless times before. For a moment, he closed his eyes, letting the memories wash over him, the roar of the crowd, the rush of the wind, the pounding of his heart. And then he ran. Not fast, not far, but enough to feel the ground move beneath him. Enough to feel alive. As he crossed the invisible finish line, tears streamed down his face. It wasn't a victory lap. It was something better, a reminder that the heart of a champion doesn't stop beating just because the race is over. In that quiet moment, Luca Moretti, the boy who had once been lightning, found peace. His legacy wasn't in the records he had broken but in the lives he had touched. And that, he realized, was his greatest win of all.